Welcome to my final arts project, and my name is Gordon. Feel most welcome. I have indeed learned quite a lot from the African church through this course. It all began from an ancient time when we see African nations appearing in the scenes of biblical history. Among them are such countries as Egypt, Ethiopia, and of course, Nubia. Then characters and scholars and theologians as Origen, Augustine, and others emerged in defending the faith and forming most of the Christian traditions that we have in our world today. As the African Christianity continued to progress, issues were also encountered by participants as they tried to address certain issues such as political and social struggles, spiritual uncertainties and fears based on the world views. Of course, these were the challenges combating with the family backgrounds, pastoral care, gender roles, the Boko Haram insurgencies, but churches contributed quite much on making movements of missiology, participating in the interfaith encounters, dialogues, and peacemaking. I have learned that African Christianity did not just take shape by being present, but they stood the test of time strongly and courageously. Why? Because Africans have been in the divine economy so that even the Messiah himself would be preserved in Africa. Oh my God. However, considering the ministry, there is a need to survive, a need to heal, a need to breathe and empower through holistic witnessing and evangelism, missions, and Holy Spirit renewal of the present church through its partnership initiatives with transformation from an indigenous to a global African and church mission.
I don't want to say it. I feel pity for such a great man like Neema. Respected, honored by people, and even his king honored him. The great Neema. But do you believe me? With all that great honor, with all that great power, when he goes back home, he goes to his living room. His wife looks at him. And the wife could say to the housemaid, house girl, can you take some towel to your boss? And then he would take the towel, go to the bathroom, and the king in his great house. Oh, look at that house, eh? Look at that house. He had lived in a magnet.
Kwake Yesu nasi
ago, I met Harry in Germany. And when he introduced me to the PC1, I was very much interested in having this program come to my country, Kenya. So when he gave me instructions and taught me how to use the PC1, I took it with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of interest, because I remember in each and every village in Kenya, you will only hear of one story, that HIV and AIDS is a killer. It has killed many people, many parents, many children, and even into very many homes. People have been left without parents. Many orphans are there as a result of HIV and AIDS. So when I took the PC1 and brought it into my village, oh my, this was a great impact in the lives of very many people. The orphans. I went to the villages, into homes. I was moving from one house to another house, from one home to another home, from one village to another village. And it started increasing, because the moment we started using the PC1, there was an immediate result. People were coming back to good health. They were getting back to strength. The CD4, for those who were really affected and were very weak, were getting back to strength again, and the CD4 were kind of rising up, shooting immediately. And it was a big surprise to very many people. And as a result of this, many people who used the PC1 were able to share the same information, the same good news to their other fellows. So it was like push fire from one person to another person. People are talking about it by themselves from their own experience and the impact of this remedy into the lives of very many people. So far in my country, this has spread all over into towns, into various villages. People have the impact and story of PC1 in their life, and we decided to have Harry come and do training to very many people. We call them the village leaders. Most of them are community health workers. Some of them are even doctors from a number of government and non-government facilities around. And others are very good people who have seen that this remedy is good and that they need the training so that they can also spread it, use it with their relatives, use it with their friends, use it in their churches, use it in different forums. So far we have introduced this and it has moved along. This one is such a great remedy.
In summary, what I learned includes community bonding, integration, evangelism, and outreach medical programs, not forgetting the spiritual rhythms and practices, educational and social liberation. Thank you.